Hello everyone, here is your AR Sensei again, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into Gachiakuta episode 2. If you missed episode 1, the link is in the description below. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The episode starts with Rudo's childhood. He often wondered what happened to the people who were thrown into the pit like garbage and treated as criminals. People in the city would talk about how another group was thrown into the pit. They didn't understand why those people committed so many crimes. They thought their minds were full of trash. Now the story comes back to the present. Rudo has also been thrown into the pit. He is running away from a giant monster made of trash. The monster roars loudly and more garbage monsters appear. They surround Rudo from all sides. Rudo thinks, what are these creatures? How are they even moving? He keeps running and sees a human skull on the ground. Looking up, he screams, "Why did you people throw me into this hell?" Then Rudo slips and falls down a valley. The air there is full of garbage and pollution, making it hard for him to breathe. He knows he must escape or he will die. He needs to find a safe place. But all he can see is a sea of trash. Where can he even find safety? He starts coughing up blood and the monsters get closer. He thinks, is this how I die? I can't even fight back. Suddenly he remembers Regto and decides he can't die yet. He has many things left to do. He wants to take revenge on the people who called him a criminal and threw him here, especially the one who killed Regto. He knows he must stay alive until he finds that person. Then some strange energy flows into Rudo's gloves. He sees glowing objects in front of him and picks up a pipe. When a monster tries to eat him, Rudo hits it in the mouth with the pipe. From far away, a man is watching everything. Rudo fights the monster using the pipe and other items around him. But the bad air is making him weaker. Two more monsters attack him. The red energy shows up again, and Rudo blows off one monster's head. Then he picks up a piece of object and destroys the second one. It's like Rudo has superpowers now. Everything he touches becomes a weapon, but the biggest monster is still there. It throws Rudo far away. Rudo falls in front of a man holding an umbrella and wearing a mask. The man puts a mask on Rudo too, so he can breathe properly again. Rudo asks, "Do you live here? What is this place? What are those monsters?" The man tells him to be quiet. Rudo keeps asking questions, and the man keeps telling him to shut up. Finally, the man gets angry and shouts, "You people threw all this trash here? I've been telling you to stay quiet, but now that monster has hurt us. These trash monsters can't be beaten easily. They follow the sound. That's why I told you not to talk. I don't usually yell this much. It's all your fault." The monster comes from behind. The man sends some energy into his umbrella and turns it into a weapon. When the monster reaches out, the man spins the umbrella like a blade and cuts off the monster's hand. The trash turns into dirt. More monsters appear, but the man quickly defeats all of them at lightning speed. Rudo thinks, what kind of power is this? If I had this power, I could teach those people a lesson. The big monster throws a powerful rock at the man, but he cuts it with his umbrella. Then he makes the umbrella bigger and creates a huge blast that destroys the monster. After that, the umbrella goes back to normal. Rudo asks, "Who are you?" The man takes off his mask and says, "My name is Engine. I'm a cleaner." Then he smells something bad, puts his mask back on and scolds Rudo. "Why did you make me take off my mask, you idiot?" Rudo faints. We see a flashback of Rudo again. He had just come from a fight with some kids. He told them that even objects have life in them, but they laughed at him. Regto asked, "Did you fight back?" Rudo said no. Regto replied, "Good." Regto once told Rudo, if you take good care of something, it can gain a soul. Rudo believed that meant things could come to life. But Regto said it's just an old story. Maybe people made it up to care more about their belongings. He added, "But I believe in it. Like this towel, it helps clean you so well. Maybe it has a soul." Rudo asked, "So, that chair and that table, do they also have souls?" Regto laughed and said, "Maybe." Rudo then asked, "What about these gloves?" Regto replied, "If you take good care of them, maybe someday they'll have a soul too." Back in the present, Rudo wakes up and finds himself tied in chains. Engine had tied him up and was dragging him somewhere. Rudo shouted, "Let me go! I want to go back up!" Engine replied, "That's not possible. We call the world above sphere, and people from there are called spherites. How will you even go up there? It's always moving. In short, you can't go back right now. Forget about it." Rudo said, "No matter what, I'll return. You said it's not possible for now, so that means you know a way. I want to know about this place, about those monsters, and your powers too. I'll use that power to get revenge on the spherites from Spare, and I won't stay quiet until you tell me everything." Engine said, "Fine, I'll tell you everything." He dragged Rudo to an open area where there was a house and left him there. Some people came out of the house. One man asked Rudo, "Hey kid, where are you from? Did you come from above?" Rudo replied, "Yes, I fell from above." Hearing this, they removed their masks in shock. "You really came from above? I've never seen anyone from there alive before. But he's speaking our language. Maybe he's telling the truth." One man said, "He must be. Until now, we only saw dead bodies from above. Look how they threw him down. Tied up. Poor guy." They began to untie him. Rudo thought, these people seem better than Engine. But then suddenly they tied him up again and put him in a truck. Now it's safe. This golden egg won't run away. Actually, people from above are sold for a high price down here. Even their clothes are worth money. Since Rudo is still alive, he would be worth a lot more. But why do they hate people from above? You people throw all your trash down here, making our air poisonous. Monsters have started forming from the garbage. Many of our people died, either killed by monsters or because of the bad air. People lost their homes. That's why we hate people from above. Now you'll be tortured and made fun of in front of everyone. They started stuffing food into Rudo's mouth and said, "How do you like it? You probably think this is trash, right? You rich folks don't even touch garbage." Rudo bit the man's finger and started eating the food himself. "This is not trash. It can still be eaten. Everyone I meet tries to give me lessons. Rich or poor, above or below, stop dividing people." Then Rudo broke his chains again. The red energy appeared around him, and things started floating. Engine was watching all of this from a distance. Rudo remembered Recto's words. If you care for something, it gains a soul, and that soul helps you. Now Rudo realized his gloves had gained power. He picked up a chain. The people around said, "Wait, spherites can use powers like this?" Engine said, "Those who give life to objects and use their powers are called givers." The people ran toward Rudo to attack him. Rudo fought back using the chain. One man shouted, "Take that chain from him! A giver is useless without their object." They threw the chain away from Rudo, so Rudo grabbed a tire instead and transformed it too. Everyone was shocked. He can use more than one object. Rudo used the tire to beat everyone and went back to the man whose finger he had bitten, who was still cursing at him. Rudo was about to hit him, but Engine suddenly arrived and said, "Cool down, man. That's enough." Rudo calmed down and asked, "What just happened?" The tire in his hand turned into dust and fell. Engine said, "I wanted to see what kind of power you have. Now I'll tell you everything about this world and your powers. But in return, join the cleaners. We need people like you." Rudo replied, "I don't want to." And that's where the episode ends. So friends, Rudo has discovered his power. What is this power? What's really going on in this underground world? We'll find out in the next episode. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with the bell icon on. Wait a second. If you want another anime like this, you can check out Solo Leveling from here. Don't miss it. See you in the next video.